Guys, okay, so today is Easter Monday, and I said, what will I do to give a liking to what Christ did for us? As in, if you've not experienced the true nature of Christ by not being his child yet, so I want to give you a close liking to what being God's child is. So I'm blessing in Ebedion, aka FORSAKE. Okay, so for me to drive home this point, I'm going to use my mom as kind of a case study. You know, they said a parent's love is a love that you can't have from anywhere else except God's love. A parent's love is the kind of love that you cannot experience anywhere except God's love, or except maybe somebody that really likes you. So years back, my mom used to do some kind of things that sometimes it touches me. Like, I'll give some instances, then I'll drive it home back to God's love. Some years back, when I was admitted, so like I was taken to accident and emergency, like after 4 hours of being in crisis or 3 hours of being in crisis. So the doctor was now asking, how long has she been in crisis like this? So they were trying to tell him time. Me, I couldn't talk because I was in so much pain. So we were talking, and another doctor was trying to set line on my hand. That was where everything started from. So when he was setting line on my right hand, I don't know how I managed, but the kind of blood that poured out, my mom was just shouting, which kind of doctor be this? Not be the same blood when I say she need with this. Now you dey throw away for ground. Doctor, we go pack this blood today. Me, like, remembering all those events, I was like, was my mom really serious about it, or she was just joking? Because at that time, everywhere was tensed, because when your child is in pain and you can do little or nothing to bring that child back to normalcy, except externally, you will know what she was feeling at that time. And they will always say, oh, blessing needs blood. Yes, she needs blood, but is it not the same blood the doctor was throwing on the floor? It was not intentional, yes. It was just, how they call it? Professional hazard, right? Yeah, it was professional hazard. So she was like, better do this thing well, or make another drop of blood no fall for ground. If not, we go do am today. When my mother said, we go do am today, that was when my dad now calmed her down and said, don't worry, that he's going to do it very well. That's one of the events that you can liken to God's love for us. So there was a period of time that I was admitted again, and you know, in the hospital in UATH, the admission point in female or male, anywhere as far as it's they've transferred it from the accident and emergency. The admission spot is normal four bedded. So I was admitted in one of the 4 bedded, and something happened. Before you know it, during the period of time that I was there, more than 4 people died in that 4 bedded that I was. Let me take you back. When I was admitted in that 4 bedded, there were 2 people there already. Then they now took me in. Then it was making 3. Then before you know, they brought another person. So in my eyes, on different occasions, on different days, these 3 people died in my very before. Now look at what now happened. It was not a good experience. It was not it was a very bad experience for their families, for me, my family, because the thing touched my mother in her brain like this. She was like, nurse, please, you should come and change my daughter's bed. You should come and change my daughter's bed. She cannot remain here. As in, I was now the only one that was there. You know, when they take the bed that the other people have died to the back, before they bring somebody, it might take a while. So I was the only one remaining there. So in my mom's thinking, she thought death was going door to door in that 4 bedded. She thought the death was going round for everybody. So it was my turn to die, right? So my mom was like, hey, if you should come and change my daughter from this bed. They were like, madam, is another different issue that brought your daughter here. Nothing will happen to her. She said, no, my mother was just, she doesn't want to hear anybody. She doesn't want to hear anybody. She doesn't want to hear anybody. And she was like, no, change my daughter's bed. My father now calmed her down, and she now accepted for me to be there. And mind you, before I left that 4 bedded, that place, one person they brought there again died. It was a young girl of about 21, 22, and she was in like 300 levels of that year. And according to what we heard, that she was very intelligent. She died of leukemia. So you can imagine the struggle my mom was having dealing with all those stuffs and still seeing me in that same space. That's the same way God is trying to, as in, shield us from so many unforeseen or so many sin battles that we might be fighting. Him sending his son to come and die for us is not a mistake. My mother on some occasions was like, if I can take your pain to myself, I will do that. She'll look at me, she'll say, oh, I wish they can give me all these injections so that it will start working in your body. That's how God is trying to work in our favor, using his own son, using his own blood for us. You can imagine him making his child to die for our sins, sin we will commit. Now, my mother is saying if she has the ability to carry my own pain, she will be able to carry it. So now she cannot even tell me to carry her own pain, not talk about carrying the pain of, you understand? But God, in his mercy, did this, and we are in Easter Monday now. How and what have we used to show appreciation to this God? Is it that we are still trying to nail Christ to the cross again? Is it that we are still going back to the same thing that we normally used to do? Is it that we are still trying to tell him to come and die for us again? What are you doing that is sending Christ back to the cross? Like in the class, as a teacher, you'll be telling a child, don't do that, don't do that, don't, but they are still doing it. Not that they kind of understand what they are doing, making you to speak or make some things repetitive, but they are just doing it. But you that have seen everything in plain color, what are you doing? What are you doing that is making Christ to be nailed back to the cross? Like I told you, I'm bringing the love of a parent and likening it to the love of God. I don't want to bore you with so many events that my mom really showed that she is a mom. Or is it the one that we traveled to Toto that they were saying there's cure in Toto? My mother took me. You know, if there is a place in this will I say Abuja, Nigeria, that they've said this, they've said that, and my mother have not taken me to. Now shrine remain. Shrine. He said, oh, there's healing here, there's healing. My mother will take me there. That is the love of a parent. That's the love of a parent. Why I'm not involving my dad in this whole thing, his own is there, apparently. But her own is what I want to try and use, so that we understand that having a child is hard. Not to talk about killing that child for the sake of other children. Because yeah, we are the children of God. So he killed his only begotten son to have us, to bring us into the fold, right? Like I was saying, we went to Toto. He said it's in Abaji, somewhere in Abaji, Toto. And hey God, we stayed there for 2 days. And let me just say, everything blew into the wind. Everything blew into the wind. Just in search of cure. Just in search of cure. So, please and please, let us use this time to like ponder on why God sacrificed his only child for you. Let us ponder if we are really serving him in spirit and in truth. Let us ponder if we are in his fold. Let us ponder that if we go today, if he calls us home, like if we die now, will you be among the number? Will you be among the number? Anyway, that's all I have to say. At least I've emptied my heart, and I know that this 1 or 2 messages have gone out, and God will use it to work magic in the lives of many. It's still your girl Ose. Please don't forget to like, share and comment, and see you some other time.